Dave Ramsey, the financial guru and radio host, is giving out bad advice based on bad data, and it's time to expose the truth, okay? You need to understand what's going on here because the information being shared to his followers, his millions of followers, maybe you're one of them, is misleading and it can cost you big time. And I don't want that to happen to you because I can tell you for sure that Dave Ramsey is wrong about the Southern Oregon real estate market, which is my home market, and he may be wrong about yours because I know he's wrong about a lot of others. Let me tell you what's got me so fired up today, all right? I read an article about some advice that Dave Ramsey from the Ramsey Show, the best-selling author, you know who I'm talking about, right? He recently gave, and it is absolutely misleading, okay? Frankly, I think it's irresponsible, and he knows it, okay? And it blows me away that he'd even share this garbage with you. So I'm here to expose it, and I'm going to tell you exactly why Dave Ramsey is wrong about the Southern Oregon real estate market and a lot more, okay? And so you're going to want to sit down for this. So Dave sent out an email to The Street, which is just a website about investing and all sorts of stuff like that. And he says all sorts of garbage disguised as good data. For example, he says, here's a quick breakdown of the interest rates and inventory and competition, what it may look like in the new year and what it means for you if you're buying or selling, okay? And so he's trying to set the stage. And then he suggests looking at the median national home price in the United States. And he goes on to say it was $410,000 in December of 23, down 2% from November of 23, but up 1% from December of 22, okay? And then he goes on to talk about 15-year fixed rate mortgages and the trend there. This is getting me going just reading through this again, okay? And then he says the total number of homes for sale in the U.S. was 714,000 in December of 23. This was down 5% from November of 23, but up 5% from December of 22. Then he goes on to talk about the median number of days homes are for sale on the market in the United States before closing it out, and blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares, Dave Ramsey, because your data is all about the United States housing market. Hey, sorry to interrupt the video, but I just want to make sure you know that you can reach out to me directly if there's anything I can do to help you learn, buy, or list real estate here in Southern Oregon by simply calling or texting me at 541-954-7758, which is my direct cell phone number. And it is never too early to start the conversation. So if you're a few months out or even a year or two out, it is not too early to start talking and to start planning, okay? So please don't hesitate to reach out. I look forward to hearing from you. And now back to the video. And nobody is buying the United States housing market, okay? Less than 10% of people even use a 15-year mortgage. Why are we talking about this? People don't buy the United States. They buy Medford, Oregon. They buy Grants Pass, Oregon. They buy Phoenix, Arizona, Dallas, Texas, Twin Falls, Idaho. They buy local markets. And the data for the entire United States is not relevant to you. And when Mr. Genius Financial Saint Dave Ramsey gives you advice that's based on the entire U.S. housing market, that is not a good thing if you're thinking about buying or selling real estate in Southern Oregon or Eastern Kentucky or Western Iowa or Northern North Dakota. The United States housing market as a whole is important to you, maybe if you're investing into a fund that holds properties all across the United States, and that's pretty much it, okay? Are you doing that? Is that who Dave meant his great advice for? No. He meant it for the casual homeowner, the casual home buyer, and he just straight-faced gave you poor advice based on data that he knows is garbage data. It's like a doctor telling you that you should cut back on your cholesterol because the hospital just did a test on all of our patients and a lot of them had high cholesterol, so you need to cut back. Sorry, doctor. I think I'm gonna need that advice a little more tailored to me specifically. And no, Dave, I'm not listening to your lazy advice that's based on the entire country, okay? This is the largest purchase most people will ever make in their lifetime. So tell people to go out and get local data, okay? Tell people to go talk to a professional who knows the data of their local market, okay, and knows what's going on there and can properly advise you on the specifics of that situation, because what's happening in Medford, Oregon, or Ashland, or Grants Pass isn't what's happening in New York or Chicago or Orlando, and Dave Ramsey knows this. Each market in the United States is its own thing, okay? There are markets that are booming and there's markets that are busting at any given time, no matter what is happening on the greater real estate market of the United States. You could have an absolute booming economy that's kicking butt like Denver, Colorado, or Charlotte, North Carolina, or the majority of the country even for that matter. But in little old Flint, Michigan, maybe there's a water contamination issue and the biggest employer in town is closing up shop and people are fleeing the town and you couldn't give a damn house away. But everywhere else in the United States, it's just rocking and rolling along. And Dave Ramsey knows this kind of stuff. He knows that local markets are what matters and that local market data is what you should be looking at if you're trying to make a decision about buying or selling real estate, okay? And so for him to offer up some blanket advice, it's just ridiculous. So Dave Ramsey, you owe the people an apology. That is absolute crap advice and you know it. We are talking about the largest purchase most people will ever make in their life and you just mailed in some BS lazy response just so you could get your article published and that's irresponsible, okay? And if you ever want to discuss this, I'd be more than happy to do it on camera and set the record straight for the people. But I won't hold my breath on that one. So now, since we have talked about the importance of local data, let me actually give you some of that local data and tell you what you might want to do with it. As of this morning for Jackson and Josephine counties of Southern Oregon, it's January 31st, by the way. 874 active single-family residential listings on the market between the two counties, 71 new listings in the last week, 63 price changes, 23 came back in the market, 94 went pending, 55 closed, and 30 expired, withdrawn, or canceled. Wow. So inventory is down from 897 to 874. New listings are down too, and new pendings are way, way up. And that is the most we've seen on those new pending deals since August. Okay. So what happens when supply inventory goes down and demand pending goes up? Prices go up, right? That's what happens, supply and demand. And as I record this video right now, mortgage rates are tanking, going down big today. So that is going to just cause more people to want to buy, right? Of course. So what does that mean for you if you are thinking about buying or selling? Okay, so as a potential buyer, you need to get serious about buying as soon as possible while we still have some inventory left, okay? We have 874 homes on the market this morning for 300,000 people, which is about 3 months worth of inventory based on the current demand, which is likely going to pick up when those rates continue to drop. So if that current trend continues, we could be in a situation very quickly where it is really, really difficult for you to find a home. If you're thinking about selling, get your place looking great and make it turnkey, and you could find yourself very, very happy with the results. Okay, I just shared a story last week about my listing that went pending in 4 days with multiple offers, and it's still January, people. Okay, it's because it was looking great. We marketed it right. And we had a lot of traffic, and that's happening a lot with other agents I talked to as well. So if you want to get top dollar, it is a really, really good time to do it right now. Okay, home prices all across Southern Oregon vary significantly depending on the area that you're in, like Grants Pass or Medford or Ashland or Jacksonville or any of the other outlying areas. And I actually made a video about that explains exactly what's going on in each one of those areas. And I really suggest you check it out. It's right here. So just click on that and check that one out because it'll tell you all about the home prices in each one of those areas. And again, I'm Brian Simmons. I'm a licensed real estate agent here in Southern Oregon. If there's anything I can do to help you learn, buy, or list real estate, shoot me a call or a text at 541-954-7758, or you can find my email address down in the description of this video. I thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next video.